Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. And I wanted to do something a little special today. So, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of a Thanksgiving read and a reading of being grateful and things like that. So, basically, what I was thinking is that I'll do a little bit of autumn harvest spread. And even though that's more Mabon, I think that it still kind of ties into right now, especially that it's Thanksgiving and it's a time for harvest and home. So I thought that I would do that. So anyway, let's get started. As I shuffle my deck, I'm going to get into the vibe of these cards, my Pagan Otherworlds by Usi. And what I'm doing is a 9-card spread today for my poll. And I have some questions that I'm going to be pulling, and you'll see me looking down, and I'll be kind of referring to that. So, here we go. Okay, so I'll show you my little guide here. It's a 9-card spread, as you can tell, and I'll be looking at that just so you know it's not like I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at this anyway. So the first card, right smack in the middle, first question is the reflection, events that are currently influencing us the most. And I have the 9 of Pentacles, and this is the rich white lady card. So for me, it is, at least. And I think that this could just be like really being able to go up and give to others and be grateful for others and allowing others to be grateful for you, which is really just one of the things that is so important, especially at this time of year and into Christmas and Yule and the other holidays at this time. So I think that being grateful and other people being grateful for you is something that is very important, especially. So, second question is the pause, where you can harvest comfort. So with this one, we have the 3 of Swords, and this is kind of allowing us to really look at all that stuff that we've gone through in the past and really allowing ourselves to heal from that. Like, pull those swords out, heal from that, and to really just get moving on. Like, move forward, allowing yourself to heal from that past trauma or that past influence that may still be affecting you in general. Third one is balance and how you can harvest balance and wellness. And this is the Ace of Swords. So this is a time for, like, I'm thinking a way of celebration in a way, because here you get the crown, but you also get the laurel leaves here, or the olive branches, and that's kind of a sign of peace. I think laurel and olive kind of symbolize or represent peace. And to be able to harvest balance and wellness is to be balanced, to be peaceful. Fourth question, or fourth poll for this reading, is blessings. Something you can be thankful for or is a blessing in disguise. Four of Pentacles. So I think the Four of Pentacles here is really just like, yes, it may be a time to kind of sit back and really reevaluate your situation, especially your value system, but it's also like looking at what you really are truly thankful for in terms of your values and where you place those values. So I think that this card is appropriate for this reading. Fifth card is the Community card. Someone you should connect with this autumn, or a relationship that needs your attention. And we have the Magician. So this is someone who can really kind of manifest and is very good at manifesting. And it's important to be careful that they're not just smoke and mirrors as well. It's just important to recognize that the things that they can do are actual tangible things that they can make happen. So I think manifestation is key in this instance. The sixth card is Sensitivity. Where to harvest magic, an indicator of how to tap into your psychic abilities. Five of Wands. And so removing conflict from your situation, any kind of conflict. It doesn't have to be something that's like a physical fight. It can be something akin to maybe an argument with someone, or a certain type of one-upsmanship of a sibling, or a rivalry of some kind, but kind of, you know, being sensitive to that, really harnessing your inner magic and really just removing those blocks that you have. Seventh card is Transition, where you will see shifts and changes this autumn. We've been getting this card a lot, King of Wands, and I think that I've been getting this card a lot. The King of Wands is really just like someone who really knows how to manifest and get what they want, right? So really being very passionate about what it is to transition into. So maybe from being really kind of meek, or I suppose in your own head and not really passionate about certain things, this is really a time to transition into that space where you can be passionate about something. Eighth card is Mastery. Something you should focus on and master this autumn. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Look what you've done! This is a good card for this, because in all intents and purposes, it's really just a card about looking at everything that you have made for yourself. Like, it's basically a card of harvest. Like, look at all of this bounty that you have created for yourself. So I think this is really kind of an important part of this autumn and this Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, then just, you know, you can use this reading as something that is more towards the end of autumn and towards winter. Last is abundance, where you will succeed and prosper this autumn. So we have judgment. I think judgment is a great card in this, because especially for this position in this reading, because it's almost like you're bringing in this kind of new news. You're delivering a message to people, and that message is that you're not going to take their stuff anymore. And that's final. That's about creating your boundaries with people. And even though some people are really waiting for you to finally make that change, it's almost like people are trying to push your boundaries so that it kind of forces you to make this change. And finally, when you do, they're going to be down here like, yeah, finally, they're cheering you on. This isn't like something that is really just, a negative kind of thing. I think that you're going to be able to find abundance in places that you may not expect. I think that's what this is saying. And so there is my autumn harvest spread. And I'm going to do maybe one more. It's called Harvest of the Heart Tarot Spread. And I got this on Pinterest, so I don't know what or who the author is, so I would give credit. Okay, and it's a 4-card spread. And these are the cards. The first card is Seeds We've Planted This Year and What We've Nurtured. Second card is What is Still Growing and Things in Progress that Still Need a Little Bit of Patience. Third card, What Has Blossomed and Where Those Efforts Have Paid Off. And lastly, the fourth card is What I Can Give Thanks For, Even If It's Not Yet Complete. Finding Gratitude in Becoming. So I will shuffle the deck and pull for those 4. And I'm leaving the other cards out just because I don't want to pull the same ones. I think that this is, I don't know, I'm just being called to pull cards that I have not already pulled yet. Okay. So the first one, seeds we've planted this year and what we've nurtured ourselves. We have the Star. This is a card about really shining in your own light. Really, a lot like this Judgment card, really standing up for your boundaries and being who you truly are. Second, what's still growing and things that are still in progress that need patience. We have the Three of Pentacles. Strong foundations, right? We're still building these strong foundations for ourselves that, maybe we might be a little bit sort of disorganized in terms of how we're going about doing this, but that doesn't really matter as long as it gets us from point A to point B. Then I think that, strong foundations is a good indicator that, things that are still in progress. And what has blossomed and where those efforts have paid off. Taking time for yourself, kind of allowing things to happen and not be in control of them. So we have the Five of Cups, the Minor Arcana Death card. So really this is just about allowing yourself time to kind of take back what's yours. Take a step back from a situation, reassess, and look at what you've really kind of created for yourself in terms of where your efforts to be more abundant or more bountiful or more grateful have really paid off for you. And lastly, what I can give thanks for, even if it's not yet complete. Finding gratitude and becoming. We have the Knight of Swords. This is who or what you want to be, or where you're going to be. You are going to go and into your life this coming Thanksgiving, this coming autumn, this coming winter. New things are happening in your head, right? So that's all that matters. Like, you can give thanks for your ability to be logical and your ability to create things and be imaginative and really think about things in a very sort of step-by-step way. So that is the reading that I have for today. I thought I'd pull a couple of oracle cards from my Woodland Wardens deck because I haven't used that one in quite a while. I know I haven't been doing my readings as much lately. It's been very busy with Thanksgiving coming. So my Woodland Wardens. And let's see. Let's just get a read for a little bit more information on this reading. Oh, I see. So we have the Frog and Lotus, and that's about metamorphosis. So you are, or we all are, right? We're all turning into something and nurturing ourselves so much so that we're turning into something that we really want to do and really want to be, into someone we want to be. So I really think that this necessary change is important for all of us, and especially the lotus. I think I've mentioned this before in another one of my readings, is that the lotus, the way that it grows is it grows through all this mud and muck and dirt and water, and it has to like come through all of that just to become a beautiful flower. And I really think that that's a good metaphor, analogy for mental health and just how things should happen in general. I think that like it takes work to be who you want to be and to be where you want to be. And we have the bee and pomegranate, and that's about productivity. So this is all about that hard work, right? That like struggle that you want to like kind of swim through that muck and that dirt and mud and water, and you want to be productive. You want to be someone who is very skilled at what you do, someone who is very, I suppose, good at what you do and very well versed in that. So I think that in terms of the reading, that being productive is key. I mean, it's really just, okay, that one fell out. We have the Hound and Pear, and that's about loyalty. Loyalty to who? Yourself. That's who. Yeah, because it's all about the sense of becoming bigger than who you previously were, becoming better than who you previously were, and like that constant shift and change toward something better. So I think, yeah. And if you've noticed, some of these cards, the backgrounds are blue. And I think blue is a good color. It's the throat chakra, right? So again, by no means am I an expert in chakras, but I just know that blue is for the throat chakra, and that's for standing up for what you believe is right and voicing your opinions and your needs and wants and the things that you deserve. So I think that really being able to come through all of this change, it may not be pretty. Most of the time it's ugly, but we all go through it. So that is all I have for everyone today. So if you would like a personalized reading with me, please visit my Calendly and schedule an appointment with me, and we can go from there. I can link my other socials in the description box below. Have a great one, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.